hard to get a read on a celebrity's true personality. We only get glimpses of her favorite stars, whether it be in an interview for their newest film or on stage between songs at their concert. Often we only have rumors to go off of, but these 10 got exposed for their bad behavior. Today we're counting down the top 10 meanest celebrities exposed for being bullies. At number 10 is Ariana Grande. The pop princess got her start acting on the Nickelodeon show Victorious. Over the years, Grande has taken over the music world with countless chart toppers. Like any other woman in Hollywood, rumors surrounding the singer's alleged diva behavior have been going around. Grande even combated the mean girl claims on an Australian radio show that the rumors are not true and that her fans, family, and friends know who she is, and that's all that matters. That being said, we all remember the time when the singer licked a donut in a cafe without purchasing it, so she definitely does have some mischievous behavior in there somewhere. One person who disagrees that the diva rumors are just rumors is E! News correspondent Juliana Rancic. She once said about Grande, "I think she does have a little bit of diva thing going on. I think it was actually at the AMAs, she came up on the platform and normally I stand on the left of the camera. I had to fight 13 years to get this side of the camera. It's my good side, okay? Little Ariana comes over, I feel an elbow in my side, I'm like, what's going on? And she pushes me to the other side. Funny thing to be fighting over, but as Grande famously sang, I want it, I got it." And number 9, Jeremy Piven. The actor is known for his role as Ari Gold in the series Entourage, for which he won a Golden Globe and 3 consecutive Emmy Awards for. Along with his list of awards is a list of time Piven was not so pleasant to be around. One story comes from an event put on for the charity Face Forward. In 2018, Piven was said to have left attendees of the Hollywood charity event stunned when his jokes didn't land, and then he yelled at the audience for their lack of response. The event was being held for survivors of domestic misconduct, and apparently when his jokes were not well received by the audience, the actor reportedly went into a bit of a rant saying, "This is a tough room, by the way. Tough room. I just decided I'm doing a 2-hour set because you're not giving me love, so F you all." Piven allegedly eventually decided to call time on his act, telling the crowd, "I just decided to retire based on this applause." One attendee told Mail Online he was surrounded by women who had been through trauma at the hand of their partners. The mood in the crowd was one of defiance, but he seemed to treat the night as some kind of tryout for his stand-up work, and it fell flat. Maybe he should stick to acting because clearly he doesn't do well with a live audience. At number 8, Ellen DeGeneres. She previously was known for her kindness on her talk show, The Ellen Show, but in recent years she has pulled a complete 180. BuzzFeed News put out an article labeling DeGeneres a bully and naming her as the culprit for creating a toxic work environment. 10 former employees anonymously gave their true thoughts about the host in the article. The article also detailed issues of microaggression and racist behavior from those close to DeGeneres. Of course, when these allegations came out, Ellen apologized for any hurt that had been caused, promising to do better. Now Ellen has gone from being the queen of kindness to one of the meanest celebs in Hollywood. The former employees mentioned things like being fired after taking medical leave and being instructed not to speak to DeGeneres should they come across her. One employee even claimed to essentially have walked off the job after becoming fed up with comments about her race. Recently, a clip from the talk show has been going around of a clearly uncomfortable Taylor Swift as a guest being asked to play a game that involves identifying men she had dated. Back then, outlets were incessant on talking to Swift about her exes, and she found it extremely uncomfortable. In this recent viral clip, the singer is visibly uncomfortable, but DeGeneres just keeps pushing her. At number 7, Mike Meyers. The actor went from being a cast member on Saturday Night Live, known for his silly characters, to starring as those silly characters on the big screen. With all of his success and spin-offs over the years, people are now left asking, where the heck did Mike Meyers go? In a 2014 interview with GQ, Meyers revealed that he'd only received 15 scripts since 1991. One thing that definitely bruised his reputation was when his live-action Cat in the Hat co-star Amy Hill described her time working with him as a horrible, nightmarish experience. In a 2016 interview with the AV Club, Hill said, "I don't think he got to know anybody. He'd just be with his people and walk away. People would come up and he'd just stand there." That's what divas are like, I guess, or people who need therapy. Hill's experience with Meyers on set definitely didn't help bring in the offers, but it's not the only thing that turned studios off of him. The 2008 box office failure that was The Love Guru also contributed. The cast was full of big stars, but compared to a budget of $62 million, excluding advertising, the movie only grossed around $40 million. While the film did flop in the end, Meyers has said acting is more about the passion than the paycheck. Number 6, Jennifer Lopez. In December 2022, Lopez was exposed on TikTok for not being quite as real and down to earth as she might might want you to think. If the series of videos from the app are true, the humble woman from the Bronx is long gone. There was a viral TikTok going around the app prompting people to share a time a celebrity was rude to them. One celebrity's name seemed to be brought up over and over, even more than Ellen DeGeneres, who prompted the trend in the first place. One woman recalled the time when she was working at a Foot Locker and apparently Lopez cussed her out when the store didn't have the right size of shoes that she wanted for her kids. Another woman said she worked as a maid in a house where Lopez once came to stay. While there, a nail tech was called to give Lopez a pedicure in bed. If you think that's a bit lazy, just wait. The nail artist allegedly had to complete the manicure upside down because the star was laying on her stomach and refused to flip over. There are tons of other stories out there about her being extremely demanding and horrible to people, including workers who are there to provide her with a service for her benefit. Maybe J-Lo needs to have a conversation with Jenny from the block. At number 5, Toby Maguire. He is known for playing Spider-Man in the first live-action movie that was released in 2002. Along with Spider-Man, Maguire also has a reputation for being difficult to work with. In 2017, the film Molly's Game was released based on the memoirs of Molly Bloom. Michael Cera's character Player X is believed to be based on several celebrity gamblers, including Leonardo DiCaprio and Toby Maguire. The character is portrayed as an extremely unpleasant man, which led to question about Maguire's real-life behavior. The book that they based the film on is even more direct, with the author making it clear that Maguire was very difficult to work with while playing poker. In fact, during a high-stakes poker game in 2014 hosted by Molly Bloom, Maguire purposely embarrassed her in front of other big-name celebs. Apparently, he offered Bloom a $1,000 poker chip if she barked like a seal. It was soon revealed that this was part of a plot to take control of the poker game. On top of that, there are other on-set stories and run-ins with the paparazzi to highlight his rude behavior. At number 4, Jamie Lee Curtis. Following in the footsteps of her parents Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh, Jamie Lee has appeared in countless movies over the years. She got her start in the Halloween franchise, starring in the most recent installment just last year. Along with her successes have come some stories of the actor being not the nicest over the years. One particular instance was when Curtis first met her Knives Out co-star Ana de Armas. On the set in 2019. Apparently, upon first meeting the actor, Curtis assumed that Armas was inexperienced and unsophisticated. Armas, who is a Cuban actor, has talked about feeling out of place on American sets already, though Curtis, I'm sure, was no help with her preconceived ideas. Luckily, Curtis was able to see her mistake and said, "I assumed, and I say this with real embarrassment, because she had come from Cuba, that she had just arrived. I assumed, and I say this with real embarrassment, because she had come from Cuba, that she had just arrived. I made an assumption that she was an inexperienced, unsophisticated young woman." Armas quickly put Curtis in her place, but what an assumption to come to in the first place on Curtis's part. At number 3, Christina Aguilera. The singer has got pipes like no other artist. She rose to mainstream fame in the late 90s with hits like Genie in a Bottle and What a Girl Wants. Aguilera quickly became the definition of a pop star, and with the voice and the look came the attitude. There are a few stories out there from other celebs talking about the singer having some major mean girl behavior. One of these celebrities is none other than Mary J. Blige. During a radio interview, Blige made it clear whose side she was on when it came to the Britney or Christina debate. Apparently, Blige was not a fan of the way she was greeted by Aguilera when they met for the very first time. Blige said, "I don't like her because she has a nasty attitude. I was trying to greet her properly and she stuck her hand out for me to kiss it. Not a great first impression." Blige then said, "Oh, okay, you're headed down the wrong path already." Then Blige added, "A message for Christina. Britney Spears can't sing like you, but she will go further than you because she knows how to respect and treat her people." Blige ended her story by calling Aguilera nasty once again before adding that she's heard the same thing about Aguilera from others. I guess with the talent and the look that Christina has, she doesn't need a good attitude. At number 2, Chevy Chase. The actor got his start on the very first season of Saturday Night Live, where his recurring weekend update segment became a staple of the show. Over the years, more and more stories have come out about Chase being rude or difficult to work with. One particular project where Chase caused a lot of problems on set was the series Community. The show was released in 2009 and had a great cast, including Alison Brie, Joel McHale, and Donald Glover. Community creator Dan Harmon opened up and talked about just how troubling it was to work with Chase on set. One time, Chase went as far as refusing to film a key touching scene between his character and Danny Purdy's because he didn't like the direction of it and just walked off set. Chase's problematic behavior didn't stop at refusing to film certain scenes. In a 2018 interview with The New Yorker, both Harmon and Donald Glover opened up about the incidents that happened on the set. Apparently Chase was no stranger to dropping racial slurs and offensive language, and this is what ultimately led to his departure. His final straw came when filming season 4, episode 6. Chase did not like where the story was going, his character's arc in particular, and he used yet another racial slur in his angry rant about it. Both the actor and the network mutually agreed that it would be better if he left the series, and so he did. And coming in at number 1 today, Faye Dunnaway. The actor made her debut on the big screen in 1967 with the films Hurry Sundown, The Happening, and Bonnie and Clyde. Over the years, she has gained herself a reputation of being a great actor, but she's also known for being a major diva. Her attitude even ended up getting her sued by a former assistant in 2019. Michael Rocha alleged in a lawsuit that the actress was verbally inappropriate to him when he worked for her on the Broadway play Tea at 5. Rocha said that he was hired as a personal assistant for the actor and his duties included shopping for her, arranging her schedule, and getting her to and from rehearsals, all while working out of Dunnaway's apartment in NYC. Rocha, who is gay, claimed that Dunnaway relentlessly subjected him to demeaning rants. The former assistant alleged that she called her crew members little gay people and called Rocha a little homosexual boy. He reported the incident to a general manager, and a month later Rocha was fired because Dunnaway wasn't, quote, comfortable with him anymore. In the end, Dunnaway was fired from the play as well after crew members claimed she created a hostile and dangerous work environment. She sounds like a dream come true. That was the top 10 meanest celebrities exposed for being bullies. I've been your host, Maddie, and I will catch you next time for another top 10 countdown. Set because you're not, sorry. Oh, I knew it. I just decided I'm doing